Welcome to the NFL Season 2025-26 quiz. 30 questions. Let's go! You have 7 seconds to answer each question, and then we explain the answer. Who was selected number 1 overall in the 2025 NFL Draft? Cam Ward was selected first overall by the Tennessee Titans out of Miami. Who won the 2025 NFL MVP award? Stafford led the NFL with 4,707 passing yards and 46 TDs for the Rams, his first ever MVP at age 37. Which running back led the NFL in rushing yards? James Cook led the league with 1,621 rushing yards. Which team won Super Bowl 60? The Seahawks defeated the Patriots 29-13 for their second Super Bowl title. Which wide receiver led the NFL in receiving yards? Jackson Smith-Njigba led with 1,793 yards, a Seahawks franchise record, and won Offensive Player of the Year. Which quarterback threw the most touchdown passes in the 2025 regular season? Matthew Stafford threw 46 TDs, a new Rams single-season franchise record. Which team selected two-way star Travis Hunter? Jacksonville traded up to number 2 to grab the Heisman winner who plays both WR and CB. Who performed at the Super Bowl 60 halftime show? Bad Bunny headlined with Lady Gaga and Ricky Martin as featured guests. Who was named Super Bowl 60 MVP? Kenneth Walker III rushed for 135 yards on 27 carries, the first RB MVP since Terrell Davis in 1998. Who won the 2025 NFL Defensive Player of the Year? Myles Garrett won DPOY unanimously after leading the league in sacks. Which team allowed the fewest points per game in the 2025 regular season? Seattle allowed just 17.2 points per game, anchoring their dominant dark side defense. What was the final score of Super Bowl 60? The Seahawks won 29-13 in a defensive battle. Kicker Jason Myers hit a Super Bowl record 5 field goals. Which team scored the most points per game during the regular season? The Rams averaged 30.5 points per game, leading the NFL's number 1 scoring offense. Where was Super Bowl 60 played? Super Bowl 60 was played at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Who won the 2025 Offensive Rookie of the Year? Panthers' W.R. Teteroa McMillan caught 70 passes for 1,014 yards and 7 TDs, a franchise rookie record. Who won the 2025 Defensive Rookie of the Year? Browns' LB Schweissinger racked up 156 tackles, only the fifth non-first-round pick to win DROI in 40 years. Who was the Seahawks' starting quarterback in Super Bowl 60? Sam Darnold threw for 202 yards and 1 touchdown in the Super Bowl victory. Who was the head coach that led the Seahawks to their Super Bowl 60 win? Mike McDonald won the Super Bowl in just his second season as Seahawks head coach. How close was the 2025 MVP vote between Stafford and Drake May? Stafford beat May 366 to 361 points, the closest MVP race since 2003. Stafford had 24 first-place votes to May's 23. How many teams finished the regular season with a 14-3 record? The Seahawks, Patriots, and Broncos all finished 14-3. Seattle had the best point differential at plus 191. Approximately how many people watched Super Bowl 60 in the United States? The broadcast drew approximately 124.9 million US viewers on NBC and Peacock. Jackson Smith-Njigba won which award alongside the receiving title? JSN won AP Offensive Player of the Year after his franchise record 1,793 receiving yards. Who did the Seahawks beat in the NFC Championship to reach the Super Bowl? The Seahawks edged the Rams 31-27 in the NFC Championship, ending MVP Stafford's postseason run. Which team did the Seahawks destroy 41-6 in the divisional playoffs? The Seahawks demolished the 49ers 41-6 at home in one of the most lopsided playoff games in years. How many times was Patriots QB Drake May sacked in Super Bowl 60? The Seahawks defense sacked May 6 times and forced 3 turnovers in the Super Bowl. How many field goals did Jason Myers kick in Super Bowl 60? Myers kicked 5 field goals, a new Super Bowl record, as the game was a defensive slugfest. Which Seahawks receiver led the team in receiving during Super Bowl 60? Cooper Kupp, released by the Rams the previous offseason, led with 61 yards on 6 catches. Sweet revenge. How did the Seahawks secure their most dramatic turnover in the Super Bowl? Devon Witherspoon's hit on Drake May caused a fumble caught midair by Uchenna Nwosu for a 45-yard pick-six TD. Which Super Bowl first happened when the Seahawks beat the Patriots, a rematch of what year? Super Bowl 60 was a rematch of Super Bowl 49 in 2015, which the Patriots famously won on Malcolm Butler's interception? How many Super Bowl titles do the Seahawks now have? The Seahawks have 2 titles, Super Bowl 48 in 2014 and now Super Bowl 60 in 2026. How did you do? Let us know in the comments, and test your knowledge in these categories next.